Wait, what? Okay, there we go. I'm like, it's not even showing the sound thing. What am I doing here? You know, I should probably check stuff before I go live. Anyway, all these rules set up and tell my Discord that I am here. Not being lazy and, you know, pretend like I'm, like I've streamed before. I don't know. It's just the middle of the night. I'm bored. I have nothing else to do. I might as well stream. I don't even just click create on YouTube. That's awesome. Ah, yes, the original intro theme song for Poppet Quest. I should really do all this in advance. But realistically, the more I put in advance of what I have to do, the more I just don't want to do things. Alright. Got the full chat thingy up. Nice, nice. So, where I'm at right now with things. Built the pipe maze room. I went through and made all the boxes actually into regular boxes instead of box brushes. I'm experimenting with having little mouse holes. The problem is I don't really know what I'm gonna do with them quite yet, so hey Mike, how's it going? Talking myself through all the things that I've done to really remind myself where I'm at. Someone suggested I have little mouse holes that you could jump into in order to get places, so I set up temporary mouse hole. Because I was like, well, if I put stairs, I can't really stop her from going between all the levels very easily. Which I had previously. It's like, well, there's stairs, and I could put like a kill barrier or something, I guess. But otherwise, most of the time, staircases are just exactly that, just stairs going all the way through, so it's... how am I going to keep her out of all the other levels? I guess I could have a central room on each level, and that room is locked by a door, and the door can't get to find the key to open that door. That's fair. Yeah, streaming at this time is like the actual worst time, like, because, you know, it's when, like, you know, people like you go to bed and then there's like 2 hours of nobody, and then people wake up in Europe. So like, if I was really smart, I'd get up like 2 to 4 hours later and stream then. But, you know, whatever. No one said I was smart. Look at all the time I spent using RPG Maker just to release nothing of value with it. Yeah, was not a good plan on my part. No. I did just talk myself into a pretty decent idea of just putting a lock around each of these places, like a barrier, so you can't get through. Ugh. I feel like I should just remove this track. I don't like it. I'll skip it. I had to go through my collection of music or the copyright-free music and find the ones I can use that don't suck. Not ones for the game, but just ones I could use that are like not awful to listen to. If it was Twitch, I could just listen to Spotify, but because we're talking about YouTube, they'll copyright strike me midstream. I've seen it, they've done it before. I might go with this. The whole mouse hole thing is interesting, but why are there mouse holes in this place? I don't know. Find the bricks. I has a plan. How thick are these walls? We find some walls that aren't made yet, so I can get them the exact same thickness. 11.21. I guess I'm just copy pasting a bunch of crap. In fact, I'm just copy pasting this wall with the door. Like a pro. Yeah, I just need something. I was considering an elevator, but then my problem with an elevator, one, I have to make a whole elevator system, which is a little weird. I guess you could just push a button and then appear at each of the levels and that. But they didn't really have the really cool looking, you know, elevators that you would see in a lot of the old movies until like the 30s and 40s. Most of the elevators in the 20s were kind of like a pulley system, which I don't really think Poppet's going to be pulling any kind of, you know, elevator anyway. I was like, okay, well, this isn't very good. Why in the world did it pick up? Whatever. I have some problems with UE 5.4, and a lot of them all involve these meshes that are just, they operate really weirdly. Oh, wait, it's this floor. So the plan for this floor and the floor below it was to have a double floor that literally had all the machines in it that build the dolls and everything like that, or just like a bunch of machinery. So it needed to be really tall because it couldn't fit otherwise. What is this doing here? I know why, because you could fall and open the hole. That's why it's there. Well, that doesn't even work then either. Huh. I don't have to build these lower floors. I just need to set up what I'm going to do with it. I just need to have the right idea. Once I've planned what I'm going to do with it, then I don't care after that. These aren't even equidistant either. This one is at that, and then this one is not hard right now. I didn't plan a lot of things here, so I got like, this one is at 10, and the one below it is at 7, 8, 2, 2. The difference of that, cool, neat. I'm gonna write these differences down so I know what to do here. Bad. Then one below it seven two minus 5. I could number pad it, but on the other side over there. So there's actually a slight difference. I need to raise it by 104. I just didn't plan these when I was doing this. It was a big mistake on my part. I guess it's not a huge mistake, but it just seems weird. I should plan it a little better than that. If that's the case, well, first off, I don't need all these tiny fraction numbers. Let's just raise this by 104 as well, so this way it kind of connects it there. There you go. Of course, that means this doesn't connect anymore. Oh, it's tied to the stairs. Fair enough. I can always just move them like that. I have so many questions. Why in the world? I almost kind of like the brick floor. Kinda. But yeah, right now I'm just kind of been planning things. Whenever I don't have a very good idea of what I'm doing, I sit there and start talking out what my plans are, and that helps make it a little easier to figure out what I'm doing. I could have catwalks on this floor, and then have like a door out to the catwalks, and have like regular walls everywhere else there, and then down here have a door that goes out into the main floor. Might try that. Just as an idea. I just didn't think about it. There's a bunch of assets I probably need to pick up too. I found out that the Unreal Marketplace is apparently changing to a whole new thing here, the Fab Marketplace, and they're merging every one of their 9 million marketplace thingies because they have a bunch, and they are gonna support other engines as well. So basically, they'll be like itch. So, except for they have it's an you get 88% and they get 12% split, so it's not that bad. That's pretty good. I mean, technically on itch you could set it to 0, but I'm sure itch would prefer you don't do that. But yeah, it's interesting because they're going to sell 2D assets and things like that, and they're merging like Art Station, which was theirs, Sketchfab, which was theirs. Yeah, I mean, you use its assets for the various engines. They'll have 2D assets too, so I mean, things for Godot, Unity, Unreal Engine, maybe RPG Maker. Like if someone happens to go in the RPG Maker official Discord and suggest it to them to sell on there, they probably will. It wouldn't surprise me one bit. I mean, on Steam takes 30%. All those assets they're selling on Steam, they're getting raked too. You know, like people act like Steam's the good guy or something. I'm like, are they? I don't know, man. That 30% is rough. Not quite that high. I'll sleep a second and see where it goes. Actually probably more accurate to where it should be. Could be down a peg or two, but that's about it. Yeah, it's basically just like that, so it's gonna be interesting. The thing that's most notable is that they're gonna make it so that all the Megascans assets aren't free anymore after the new year, so you have to get them all before the new year, or you just can't get them for free. And it's like $18,000 worth of assets. So people are making these little scripts so you can just run. So it adds all 18,000 of them to your cart. I don't even want them. They look they're everything you see in AAA games. I mean, they look good. But they're so realistic they don't fit anything I'm making, so I don't care. Even at free, I don't need them or want them. I mean, if I was just click one button, add the whole thing to my card, I would do it, but I just can't imagine any world I want to spend time doing that. I guess I could run that script. But yeah, the new marketplace is opening up October. And they're gonna have a new plugin that lets you just pull directly from that into Unreal Engine as well, because they already had the Quixel one, and that's guess 80 is really where it's supposed to be, huh? It's basically just a merge everything. The upside is assuming the licenses are the same as the Unreal Marketplace. Of course, I know there's like a personal license you can get, and then a standard license, and then a you can sell the stuff license. So it's like ArtStation. Depends on how their license work out. If they just have an unlimited option, it's just a standard license, and that's better because ArtStation had a thing where their standard license said you could only have it used like 100,000 times, or like viewed 100,000 times or something, like a month or something. So if you had to put a bunch of things on social media and they did well, you were screwed. Well, there you go. See, I don't buy a lot of assets anymore either because I have so many. It's just like, why? I'm not even using them. Unless it's something I specifically need. Like I literally have this is going in the game right here. Then okay, I'll go buy it. But I'm still waiting until next month because, I mean, it's Black Friday month, I'm saying. Technically it's only October, but friggin' Black Friday starts earlier and earlier every year, so it might as well be Black Friday month. Yeah, like, people try to convince you, like, ArtStation is better for the artist. Yeah, I don't care. It's like, quite literally, you're rendering your assets useless to me. So if they get rid of that, that's great. And I hear the personal license is, it's not what you think. Like, personal sounds like it's usable only in your own projects. But it's actually apparently if you make less than $100,000 a year on your projects, then you can get a personal license. So if that's the case, it's just cheaper for everyone for the most part. Because your game making 100,000, haha, haha, ha, haha. Yeah, okay. I'm sure that'll totally happen right now. No problem. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see. It's definitely big news in the game dev world. Of course, them making mega scans no longer free is fairly bad news for a lot of, new people. Because that was a big reason why you would use Unreal Engine. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's still a lot of other free assets, but I mean, that was what people were building their worlds out of for the most part. You hang around the marketplace enough, you'll eventually get enough free things to make it work anyway, but a lot of people, when they learn Unreal Engine, use the mega scans. And I don't really blame them. These walls still aren't on the ceiling, are they? Wow. I guess I could just increase the size of the walls. I was trying to make everything the same height. Just kind of keep everything equidistant. It actually looks like these floors are lower on the walls anyway. Like the walls are sticking up into it. Huh. I think at some point it's easier just to make the walls taller. I hate to be that guy, but sometimes it's just easier to make the walls taller. Okay. Just 12. Thank you. Oh. I had the things to resize the whole thing. Yeah, that'll be interesting. I mean, I might decide to sell assets on there. Their split's really good. It's even better than that because apparently the until the new year, you get to keep 100% of the profits. So that's pretty cool of them. I'm a pretty big fan of Epic in general for a lot of their monetization things. I mean, they didn't have to give the pixels, the Mega Scan stuff for free forever. But just the fact that they have such a good split on their market in general is pretty nice. even for their games, where if you make the game an Unreal Engine, the split on their market is they don't take one. You just get to sell your game for full price. They're like, well, you'll get more sales on Steam. Yeah, but you have to get more sales on Steam because it costs you $100 to list it, and they take the higher percentage, whereas Epic's like, we don't take a percentage. Hey, Fuzzy Nancy too. Pretty good. Just discussing the marketplace change that Epic is doing in October. Their new Fab market. How they're going into selling for other engines as well. How are things going for you? Hopefully well. Oh, however, in California, I have the worst schedule ever. It is 2:42 a.m. here. I'm just saying. Sleep is what other people do. I'm just currently laying out how I want something to be here. Yeah, good to meet you too. This isn't even supposed to be on this floor. I just got a really cool free train asset given. It was like from the Korean stuff, and it's gonna be perfect for my little doll character. Favorite game? Well, I mean, I could go with all the games I played infinite times, like Skyrim, or way back to like Chrono Trigger and things like that. If I had to pick a favorite game right now that you're gonna play right now, probably Bloodstained. I'm just a fan of it. I love Metroidvanias, so by making a Metroidvania, and a 3D one. I'm a little larger here. I know there's people who are big fans of other Metroidvanias, but eh. Can I select all these? For some reason it's like, nope. I mean, you're more than welcome to chat. I'm pretty much 100% certain I'm not taking up any offers on anyone, but I mean, doesn't hurt to talk. I get bored. I mostly just stream for fun. I'm not looking to make like a big business out of it or anything like that. I just like people to chat with while I do my game stuff. Come on. Usually I end up attracting random game devs who are just really bored and are like, he's making something. I wonder what he's making. And, you know, they get to talking about their own games, and it just leads to good times. Like I say, you're welcome to, you know, say it. I mean, maybe it'll work out. If your offer is, here's a bunch of free money, it's just going to be yes. But not if I have to send money first. That's a terrible deal. I know that works. Get no money after that. That'll be fine. Okay. No. I just wanted to use the cut command. Well, fine, I'll cut them all then. I was gonna put the train set not on this. This floor, there's 1 floor down, 2 floor down, 3 floor down. go. Ah. For what I want to make, it almost feels like there's not enough floors. Interesting. Then for this to work and me to fit all the different machines in, I'm gonna have to shrink this down considerably. I'm gonna do it the lazy way. So I'm gonna have catwalks going on up here. That'll open up onto a catwalk right there. That does seem to be how a lot of I think the Twitch stuff works though, is late at night. Half the people are like, buy followers? Buy viewers? I'm pretty certain if you have to buy your viewers, you're losing money because they don't pay you that much for the viewers, you know, and if you sit there and are just botting viewers, they're just gonna take one look at that and be like, hey, no, you. And that'll be the end of that. We will not be happy. Yeah, I think I like this idea. It means they could literally go up all the way down if they want, and that's fine. The only problem is here. So I might have to find a way around this one, but we'll see. I forgot to check the control room on YouTube. Ah, good times. Yeah. She knows. Yeah. Don't do that on the actual stream. The old nose scratch. Good. But, okay, so I think that works, except for the top thing there. I guess I just need a... What am I going to do about this? Do I just have a single door blocking it off? I guess so. And then just add a wall? Sure. Why not? Let's just play that game for now and see how it pans out. Because this has just been bugging me. Exactly what I planned on doing for this. I was going to lock him out, and I could just have force fields, but that's not very easily explained. And I really think I just want keys to be the answer to everything. You know, you introduce a mechanic on how to open doors, and then from that point on, you just keep that mechanic. I don't know why it does this. UE 5.4 has some real problems when it comes to the geometry stuff. They were not present in 5.3 at all. It just operates so weird. I'm like, cool guys, thanks, bro. Epic, you know, they not always be fixing stuff. Sometimes they be doing epic things. Yeah. Yes, they do. And for some reason, what is going on here? Somehow, it is no longer, splitting them up. Like it's supposed to look like this. I just copied it on there. It's... What's your problem, thingy? Seriously. I might be making a new copy of it. I don't know. That's like it's doing it on all of them. Huh. Right. What's this even do? I've never even clicked this. Oh. I get the sneaking suspicion that that makes it where they no longer connect to each other the same way. That is so weird. Huh. I guess I'm gonna have to redo that whole one there because of that. Whatever. Dumb. Like I say, it's just a weird problem that got introduced in 5.4, and it just... Like, it'll also leave a lot of these geometry meshes just perpetually selected, and it's like, why are you still selected? This is so strange. Don't understand. So sad. Fuzzy Nancy never told me her offer. Should have probably pretended like I was more interested. Yeah. My personal favorite are all the artists that like to show up in my thing, and I show them my game and they think that they can somehow provide something I can use for it. And then I see their art and they're like, you know, a fairly mediocre 2D artist, and I'm like, look at my game. Look at what you make. I don't want to be rude or anything. I mean, I try not to be rude, but it's more like just, I just don't even know what they're thinking. Like, what in the world did they plan on making for my game? My very 3D game with their very 2D art. Because, I mean, if I was going to make some sort of cool, you know, promo images, I would do it in DAZ. You know, that thing that's designed to make promo images at a professional level. In fact, that's DAZ's bread and butter. It literally makes images for, like, you know, YouTube thumbnails and the like. That's what it does. Renders are what it's good for. That's kind of 90% of what it's good for. But I get them all the time, and they're just like, they want me to send them like $20, and I'm just like, I'm thinking to myself going, so you want $20 to use an AI program, and then they don't even provide, like, they provide me something worse than the AI program, and I'm like, oh. Okay, so I pasted here, and it actually fixed the texturing on that. Kind of. That's weird. I don't know why I didn't just copy the other one. And in a way, I'm happy I didn't, because, you know, here we are. Oh, wait. Yes, this needs to be 3-1. No, it doesn't. What am I smoking? I'm smoking the good stuff. Smoking the ganja. Oh my god. The stream feels like it's in dire need of alcohol. I'll be right back. All right. Let us continue. All important thing that I'm doing here. Yes. So, I was finally went and got a haircut. See, which mostly consists of it fell on my face, and I got so tired of it in my eyes. I'm just like going, right, you win. I'll get a haircut. And the place I went to would normally go to, they were closed randomly when they were supposed to be open. It was like a Monday, and I think at like 3 or 4 p.m. and they closed at 5, and they were just closed. I was like, okay. But right across the street was a barber, and I was like, I've been there before once. I'll go with some guy who was like ancient. I go there, and he's not working anymore there. I'm like, okay. And then some woman took over, and it's probably just like his daughter or something. I got a haircut there. She was actually cheaper than everywhere else. At only $22 for a guy's haircut. Thanks, California. And he was telling me that guy is 90 years old. He was still cutting hair. I'll be surprised if I make it to 90, let alone being able to sit there and still work. Oh my god! Like, kudos to that guy. I had no idea. I'm just like, man, wow, 90. Yeah. Not a very social guy. I remember when I went there, I was trying to get it, talk to him at all, but he was just get it done. And I guess, when you're 90, just get it done. No way of sans or buts. I did go there one time before, and it was not the worst. Go on, move this over. Probably like right around here. In a perfect world, you'd be able to just make it all one giant mesh, and you could do that, but then I tried that, and then the collision is trash. So you don't do that. This should work, and I can just blockade off this room. I'll move the door over to the side of it, obviously. But I did need a solution to the whole, how am I going to stop the player from just wandering everywhere? Okay. And it did randomly fix a problem. Remember, just a moment ago, I was trying to apply any texture at all, and it literally was like a different direction, just completely stretched, and nothing I could do, no matter how much I changed the, things down here on, this wasn't making any difference. Speaking of which, it just wasn't changing it. And it's like, boom, works. Nice. Also, delicious. Okay, it's not. Nevada. Of course, it's a green can, so it looks absolutely terrible with a green screen, but whatever. Local swill. I think it's the best term for it. It's cheap. It's not like, Budweiser cheap, but it gets the job done. Actually, I just drink it because I get acid reflux, and for some bizarre reason, at least pale ale stops that, or vastly reduces the effects. So if I eat something that's questionable, I eat apparently anything. I don't have a problem. Very nice. As is always, I am allergic to game dev, though. Yeah, that should work. Stairs, I guess. Still stairs. Stairs is probably fine. Or I can do stairway. Stairway? Sure. Uh, because it's like got the gazebo and all that. I kind of want to have a bunch of like outdoor stuff here. Like I want to lock it in the toy maker's thing here, so you can't really get out into the this area initially. Might even apply the blocks you can't see out there, blacked out. I know people don't usually put these labels on the doors, but I realized at some point that it actually just worked out a lot better for the player to have an idea where they were going. Like what was behind each door. So I just started putting that on there, and I just kind of liked how it worked out. So now you at least have an idea what's on the other side of the door. I mean, in some cases, it just tells you. In other ones, if I put the forbidden toy room, you'll want to know what's inside. Of course, I blacked it out. This extreme danger thing should probably just be on the wall. Or something. I was going to include it as an option in the door itself, but I don't think I need that. That seems unnecessary. It'd be the only door with it. That seems weird. Is that an angle? It is. Oh. As soon as he was going into the wall, I was like, what the? That's an angle. Yeah. Yeah, now I don't have to worry about it. I figure it's also part of just explaining to the player what to do. I'll give them an idea, also where keys go. I guess this could be the forbidden toy room key. Maybe I'll just make the keys as literally whatever's on the door. Because I have it set up where each key just has a simple string as its name. And it just matches it against the door. So... fifth floor, I guess. Fifth floor stairway key. This way I can lock them out of other ones, you know? I am actually considering getting rid of this portion of this, or having it just be open and having these like little grow lights or something, or just some way so that it's more open to the top there. But I was going to have like a resurrection ritual happening on top, so I don't know if I'm going to do that. I kind of wanted to place with a bunch of green stuff though, just so I could use the Empress Tarot, which I was going to have grow plants. Unfortunately, with the design of this, the only places plants would even grow would be any of the rooms, the windows. So that means it has to be all exterior rooms that have it. And all these interior rooms would just be unable to have those. There's no windows. There's like one window here. I'm gonna have this room, you know, have like grow lights and everything and be like, you know, an actual garden. It'll all look way better when it's actually, you know, dark and not, you know, bright. But designing like that is so hard. I saw a plugin that literally just puts a light on your camera. Like, it's like you could just turn the lights on, you know? Just drag a light out there. Like, well, so you'd avoid dragging a light out there. I'm like, well, that's true. You could do that. But then when I don't want the light there, what am I going to do to turn the light off? These are important questions. Anyway. I might as well figure out the exact setup of this where it's all going to go. But I think that works. I was going to do an elevator thing. How about that? Oh, the problem with this doesn't work though is this sticks a little too far out. I'm going to have to push this in more. Or make it thinner. I'd rather just push it in more. Be as close over as possible. That's about the best you're gonna get, fortunately. This doesn't open then at that point, right? Does it? It opens into that. That's not good. Well, there's something we can do. We can do a little bit. Not a lot, but we can do a little. And the little is we can just move this over so there's even less space. And I can just make an intentionally thin wall. As far as we can get, pretty close. Yeah. Let's call it the awkward stairway. Very important. That's pretty close. And that puts that a little bit, it still sticks out. I guess it just has to be a thin wall. Yeah, it just has to be a thin wall. They won't know this wall is basically paper mache. I might still do the mouse hole thing. I don't know. That feels pretty half-baked, too. But maybe not. There you go. That'll open all the way just fine. Sometimes you just want to click something and it's like, nah. Nah, bro. Guess I should be looking at this side so I can just see about where it's going to be. I gotta be careful it doesn't go into this room too, so probably just shrink it a bit. Let's get it close. Kinda close. Like it's all quiet on the western front. Happens. I say I don't know why I stream during certain times because literally it's like this is the worst time. It's just when I'm awake. Really just seems like a terrible plan when you think about it. Oh, you stream when you're awake, but I just got up during the early hours of the day. I could stream to Europe or something. Might be fun. They often like to chat. Did I actually select all adjacent? True. I find that doesn't even work very well in UE 5.4. There's just some weird changes that just messed up. Don't know why it be like that, but sometimes it be like that. I want the this. There we go. Let's center it on these stairs a bit. Too bad. Down a little bit. Yeah, I kind of like this concept here. It seems much stronger than what I was doing. No weird kill zone stuff. It's just, you know, I'll just get rid of these kill zones. They're bizarre. Just having keys be the universal way to get into everything is better, I think. Plus, it also means you can go to different areas. I can also put stuff in these rooms. Admittedly, the stairs take a large amount of space. I could actually cap the floor a little farther on these stairs. Like right now, it looks like these things are almost too big. I'll think about that. They do look really dangerous. The whole setup looks really dangerous. I could put a wall in between them as well. I don't know. Yeah, I'd probably cut off about here would be my guess, because I don't think you would see the full thing below. Like, I guess I'd come up with how I think it would look. Maybe more like that, a little farther back. Maybe that. Gives a bit more space, a little less ridiculous. It's like 17.25, it looks like. Why does it feel like that was a big distance for it to not really be that big of a distance? Weird. Probably about like here. That's probably better. It gives you a lot more walking space too without falling to the lower areas. I almost wonder if it'd be more than that. I'd have like rails around them too, probably. True. Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if I get better traction with my game if I just hung out in Discords and chatted with people. I probably would. I know what I want to do. Wait for a second, Charlotte. Charlotte's purpose here is to kind of give me an idea of just how tall something is. Okay, like, she would easily be able to go down this. Like, it wouldn't even be a question. She's even floating in the air, so she's probably about the height of a regular, you know, guy at this point. And all the way down to here, she isn't even close to clipping on the thing. Yeah, I can probably close it all the way up to like these here, and it would probably be fine. Just from a design perspective of how I want to do these and how I make them look nicer. Oh, 14.25. How's that looking? That better? Probably pretty good. Yeah, she'd have no problem. That pretty much does eclipse the two bottom steps, which is what I was expecting to do. I could almost eclipse the third step as well, right? Like, these are huge. She isn't hitting her head on the ceiling at all. She'd hit her head on the ceiling all the way up about here or something like that. Kinda. I could probably shave, like, the bottom three steps for certain. Maybe the fourth step. And then we put rails around to make them look all nice and neat. You know, design things as they're intended. Which would be not a bad plan. Let's try 12.25 and see where that takes us. Instead of these ridiculously large ones here, what if we make them a little smaller? And not like a gaping open pit. I mean, I like gaping open pits as much as the next guy, but maybe we don't quite have the full gaping open pit. It shaves like the bottom four steps off it almost with 3.5. And she's not going to hit her head on any of this. Yeah. Just goes like this. She goes. It's borderline right around here. Like it might. This is also higher in the air though. But you'd step up, so she's also floating. I assume this is like the height of a regular person. The capsule is. She's floating above, but yeah, she goes down like that. That's probably reasonable. Like you'd still miss it by a chunk here. You know, a person going down there, you probably miss it by a good, I don't know, 5-6 inches. If you were like, you know, really tall, it might be a problem. But for everyone else, this might actually be the right size. Going to the restream up. We'll try that. 12.25. Slightly out, so the thing under the door goes on top of it. That's not bad. It also loses 0.001 or something like that. For reasons I don't understand. Excuse me. Yeah, so let's get some rails. Our game's on rails. Ha ha ha. Oh, oh. Does this have rails that are separate? A lot of them don't. I don't have 90% of these even installed there. It's just small things like that. It is really annoying that you have to install an entire pack to do these things. Oh, hey, Chaos. How's it going? Is it that time of night again? Just in time to see me build my house. Reasons. Not really a house, it's a factory, but still. And then we put this here. And then I'm gonna put this. Apparently, making stairs is a holy effort now. I don't think people understand how holy apparently it is. They might think they understand, but no, apparently it's the most holy thing. I guess I have to have a rail at the end of these two. I want to make this look nice-ish. Oh. Probably should use the smaller ones actually, right? The smaller ones look like they're probably gonna be easier. I want to put one of these right at the end. And I'll align them with that. To make the perfect staircase. Yes, it's not going to be the perfect staircase. Better than the crap Ubisoft was making earlier. I watched their trailer for the new Assassin's Creed game, and people were just pointing out all the errors in it, and I was like, yep, that looks quality. Literally the best thing I've ever seen. It looks terrible. When you spend more time worrying about, you know, diversity and inclusion than making a game that works. That about summed it up. I'm like, you know what? I have a new plan. It was very wild to watch. I'm just like, but guys, your characters are literally clipping through each other. Couldn't, I don't know, at least fix that? No? Oh. That's awkward. I would think you'd want to fix the people clipping through each other. No. Or doors that go to nowhere. It's like, okay, the stairs are over there, but the door is over here. Important questions. I guess I know that the chat now works. I don't have to necessarily leave it forever. Yep. They'll appear and stay for a while. Not forever. I'll give them like a minute. For that, they could just vanish. I can lie and wait for my next chaos message. I guess this can go farther forward so it would actually work. The shape of this is so bad. Because these are just a little too big. I guess I'm just going to put the ribbon together and then just ram them together that way and build my stairs a little differently in the future. I guess there's the mesh stair wood option. Wait a minute. Maybe I'm being dumb. I could also make the stairs do this. Why doesn't it show the sides? I have questions. And what's the difference between that and that? Oh. This has like 3, this is like 2, it looks like. Huh. So many questions. But one of the back ones there is all broken, so I don't know about that. That seems kind of stupid. I need two-sided. Well, I'm not using this. Look at that. What's this? What are those? Those are crap. A lot of the ones in this, like when you enlarge them, don't look good. I might have to cut this stupid asset from there because if you just look and see, like even this has like problems with it that look just weird. Like they're just not designed to be large. Which is fair, a lot of things aren't, but huh. If I can't make them large, they don't exactly work, you know? I just use the current stairs I'm using now. Oh, it's for a ship. Probably not. Yeah, most of the stairs I have are not good, or stair, I guess. Could be also to find the ones that are just marked as stair. Yeah, they don't look like they're gonna work so hot. I could have like these kinds of stairs and then just have them well, the problem with these is they really only work for you can't really pile them on top of each other, so it won't look right. And leave them as they are. Maybe I'll come up with a better plan later. Kind of wanted rails on them, though, is the problem. The other option... just to use these. So we take these regular stairs. These blow up really well. Eventually, I'd rather use these to see how they look. This. They're not as steep of an incline, though, is the problem. They could be a steeper incline. That probably works, and then I just duplicate them. You stack tall enough though at that point. Even if they look nicer. That with them. I don't hate that. Yeah, they play out. A little tall. It's a little weird looking, but less boring looking, that's for sure. Plus, I don't have to design a bunch of rails. Only rails for the top, though. That's kind of awkward. And that could work. Except for right there. They need to be rammed farther together to make that work. You just have to accept there'll be some clipping. Still not terrible. And take this one and move it down. Give it a good old fashioned 180. Or not. Give it a manual 180. Oh. The old manual 180. Probably need to widen these two so this fits a little better. Keep going up, go down. Then you can run around below it. More interesting, I think. Ah, yes, middle of the night me, doing middle of the night things. I don't know, I'll give her a couple hours. Outbound. Just for funsies. Wait, why does the session say it was only 15 minutes? Okay. Huh, usually it doesn't keep track how long I've been doing it. Oh, YouTube still has the option. Twitch apparently had some sort of issue. I wonder if I was even live during that time. I don't know. Interesting. Anyway, whatever. I kind of like that the stairs make it feel like you're a toy as you go up and down them, so that in itself is kind of neat. Like, it's just an extra fun little thing. Oops. Nope, just down. Some people follow you and then just leave. Because they're trying to sell you something, or they're a bot. Oh, weird. Which is just weird. I guess when you live down at the bottom, you know. When you bottom feeding. Let's go ahead and ungroup this. I just want to get rid of this right here. I don't need it. These just look better anyway, and then I'll probably have like these down here. Leading to like the upstairs. Actually, maybe I'll do it like this, off to the sides. Is that what I'm doing? Almost feels like this should just be the full size. Wait, this is the front of the store. That's the case. I'll probably have something along these lines here. What about one of these over here, just to cover the weight of the basement? Just to kind of, you know, make it work. Ungroup this. I don't want it attached to anything. I need that. I don't need the stairs. One set of stairs seems perfectly fine. I mean, move this one up a bunch. I'm probably gonna need to move everything up a bunch, honestly. Well, this one can't be moved up a bunch. It has to be literally set to exactly the floor. That's notable. I can just check the email for when I went live, so it's been an hour and 23. I'll give it another 47 minutes or so. 37 minutes. I don't know. I really shouldn't stream during. I know better. All baby. Why do I have such a bad schedule? Why, oh, why? I'm just gonna migrate this up. It doesn't need to be slow. Is this where I want it to be? Kinda. It could be over more, but I'm definitely gonna increase the size of the holes by a bunch. Okay. I'm not moving the top floors, so everything's going to be rebuilt around these bottom floors being moved up or down, probably. I just make these stairs slightly larger or something is what'll probably happen, but I don't care that much right now. It's not a big deal. Well, the big thing about streaming is it makes me actually work on stuff. I don't really have catwalks yet, so I have to wait for those to become on sale so I can actually add them in here. On the whole floor with all the machines and stuff, but I don't really need that for the demo. It's just kind of a setup for how everything's supposed to be. Doesn't need to be here, it's weird. The whole thing is weird. Is double jump gonna be in here? I don't know. Seems almost unnecessary. Okay, this whole coffin idea, not really meant to be here. Tables aren't bad. Or the Victorian house stuff, there. Not getting enough exercise these days, just sitting around too much. Ugh. Feeling oof today. I'm gonna use these. I don't think I am. I could put them around there, some sort of safety thing. I don't know if I do that or not, because they don't match. Maybe like makeshift rails or something. I don't know. I'm only feeling so tired. Let's I think I'll just I don't know what I'm doing tonight. Debating on everything I plan on doing. What am I gonna do with this room here? I was originally gonna have multiple toys there and be like full of these things here. I should actually have the chat up too so I can see it. Probably helpful. They're all going to be Felix. There's a little bit of Felix in all of us, apparently. I do actually need the other part, too. I'll just make them rough at the moment. I don't really care if they're in the exact right position yet. I think what I'm going to do is position them all as around the outsides of the room, and then I'll have the combat in the center. Which I think would be perfectly fine. That'll make this room seem a lot more menacing, I think. Might just black the windows out. Actually, I want him to be front and center, because it's supposed to be a much more dangerous toy. And it's just more fun if he's front and center. I don't need this. And then putting that weird mirror here? I don't think so. Even the old key. I'm just gonna delete that. I'll put a new key later. I feel like I could do something ridiculous with the mirror that's fun. I think we can all agree that Oliver should probably be farther back here. I need a flame. Where's the fire? That's right. Problem with Niagara and why they're not very good is you can't always expand them. This one apparently you can. A little awkward looking, but but oh, I'm feeling so crappy lately. Like I'm taking very good care of myself, evidently. I was gonna use this one, it's fine. All the toys will look on as you fight with Voodoo. Maybe it just needs a giant pentagram. All too often, life's just better with a giant pentagram. No, don't do that. Well, do that or to do that. Oh wait, you can't do that across the board. It has to be only in this room. Am I gonna really... I don't know if I am. It's probably not. Let's right here. quick bio break. I'll be right back. All right. Bio break achieved. All quiet on the western front. Had an idea for something. Text. Over at the cat thing, this is like a little bit off. Perfect. And then perfect. Oh, it's the waiting room. What I'm gonna do with this, I don't like it particularly much. Really need to organize stuff. Hey, Testy calls 420 RZA. Learn the basics. I think I spent like, I mean, that's what he defined as the basics. Because UE's got a lot of things it can do. But how long did it take me to make like just a generic RPG in it or something? I've spent like about a month and I followed some tutorials, I think. This particular project is obviously not in the month, but it really doesn't take as long as you might think, though, honestly. You can actually learn most of this engine pretty quickly, all things considered. Well, most of what you need. There's like about 12 systems that do each individual thing. There's so many duplicate systems that you don't actually need to learn every system. Like, I think there's like 4 different systems for AI. It's ridiculous. It's like, how many do we need? Could we just have one? Like basic game rules, like, I mean, when you talk about basic game rules, are you talking about like game design? Or just like the basic how to build this, like how to make it so when you hit something, it hits it. How to make it, you know, put your character on the screen, kind of like, oh, good. Well, welcome to the engine. It's amazing. Best advice when starting, pick any one of the tutorials, like just a series on how to make things, and just follow it. Just, it'll sit there and make things. And then pick another tutorial series after you've done the first one and try to add it to the other one. And in doing that, you will learn so much about the engine because the first tutorial series will be very easy to follow. It's just when you go to the next person, they're going to build their own thing and you try to merge the two together, and it just is a lot of fun. Like how to build stuff? I mean, honestly, not that long. Probably the best things like for building things that you'll find, like this was really handy. So I make all kinds of weird things. I'll pick a nice area out here. Welcome to my weird world. Looks way better at night. Okay, said at night just because it looks better. Perfect. My world at night. Okay. So they have these wonderful nice. I mean, there you go. It's well, there's also a lot of templates you can work off too. Like you don't have to build everything from scratch if you want. You could take a template and work off that. Oh. I mean, let me show you how hard it is to make an open world, at least in UE5. You go to new level and you click open world. It was a lot harder in UE4, by the way. You actually had to make the open world. It's like, yep, we're good. Here's your open world. Pretty neat, huh? And then, you know, let's say you want to play around with the shape of your open world. You go to this little landscape mode up here. It gives you all these fun tools to like do it. Don't worry about the manage or the paint at first. Just, you know, the sculpting tools. You got sculpt, which we're going to go down to here like that so you can see like that. If you just click the button with sculpt, it will raise it up. See? Woo! You hold control, actually not so, if you hold shift while doing it, it'll go down. I don't think it'll take that long. I mean, like, you just sit there and build yourself a quick map. But if all you do is click a button and create the open world and then just start building on top of that, that's good enough. You're not doing anything special. You like flatten, things like that. You can have a lot of fun designing things. Flatten will just try to make it the same height as other things. Oh, sorry, there's a flat middle. There's like multiple layers. It just makes things flat. Woohoo. Hydro just acts exactly like hard to see it from here. You can change the strength of these tools. It basically just acts a lot like erosion. Smooth basically takes things and makes them so they're a little better blended. Noise is just pure randomness, where you move it around, it'll just randomly do things. Erase just basically knocks it back to where it was for the most part. Well, it's kind of weird actually. Erase is its own thing. Ramp does what it sounds like. It makes you take 2 points to make a ramp. Like this point, and then I think like, they change how ramp worked? Anyway. Usually you click 2 points and it makes a ramp. Like a point. And weird. New change. Yeah. Exactly, yeah. Here's the thing I'd like to show you that I think people often just sleep on. So if you go to place actors, there's a thing called geometry. Geometry provides you shapes. And the way the shapes work is you take a shape and you drag it out here, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a shape. If you click on the side of the shape, you can give it like a texture or whatever. We won't worry about that right now. What we'll do is you change the shape to however you want. This tool lets you, resize things. So we're going to resize the shape. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah. Got a shape. It looks neat. Move the shape up a bit. Okay. Now you take another shape. In this case, we'll just take another box. This box looks just like the other box. That's fine. But there's two types of shapes. There's additive, which are these ones here. And then there's subtractive shapes. Subtractive shapes work differently. When you merge a subtractive shape with an additive shape, it cuts that portion out. Let me make it so you can actually see. You can make things, right? So say I want this here, and now there's like a little alcove place. My character can technically jump into it. Wherever. I'm so far away from it. Woohoo! Anyway. And you can have lots of them too. It's like, okay, well I have a cylinder now. Give the cylinder a bunch of shapes. We'll make like 60 things there, so it's a very round cylinder. Let's make it negative or subtractive. And we'll make it really tall. Just for reasons. And then you just dump it in here, and now suddenly there's this weird rounded thing here and that. Yeah. And when you make the final thing there, you select every one of the little brushes you want to merge together. Click them all. I usually just hold the control and then click each one. And with all of them clicked, you can just create a static mesh. You save the static mesh wherever you want. We'll just save it in actually, I'll save it in content. I'm just gonna delete it later anyway. And then from that point on, you now have this static mesh that is sitting in your game assets. And you can just drag the static mesh onto the world and have as many of them as you want. Start copying it. If you hold Alt and then drag, you can make copies, rotate them, and suddenly you have all these things. But it's neater than that too, because if you want, you can take one of these boxes out there or whatever, or nah, let's use a different one here. Let's use a sphere this time for funsies. If you go over to here, you can select how many well, it should have an option for number of sides, but whatever. So let's click aside, then just select all adjacent surfaces. It gets all of them. Then if you go over to your content browser and grab yourself a material, I got lots of materials. I have ones that tile very well. Let's use the firewood material because it's funny. Now every side has the firewood material on it. As far as health bars for boss fights go, I'd probably just recommend a tutorial for you, honestly. Let me bring up a tutorial I watched. Like, actually, I didn't do that. Like, I didn't watch this one, but I know this guy's good at what he does. I would suggest, you know, where did I put that? I'd suggest like Code Like Me. He's very good at following tutorials, or you could just do how to do a health bar. You want a really simple explanation. Bring that up too.
What's up, guys?
And then this is just a simple tutorial on how to make a health bar. I suggest the tutorials because it's a little more in depth than it sounds like, and I think they have they're better at simplifying it than I would be. But give you an idea of how a health bar works. You see here, let me bring up my editor. This project's gotten pretty complicated, so it'd be it's gonna be a little harder to show you exactly how it looks. Yeah, they're definitely good people. But actually, I need why? Well, I guess the question is, where is the health bar? Is the health bar above the enemies? Above your character? Is it just on your screen? I don't need that map. Yeah, I mean, and I tend to stream usually around this time, maybe a little earlier, maybe a little later. If you have any questions, you just wander back and bug me, and I'll attempt to answer them, depending upon what it is. For the most part, I can usually answer a lot of questions, but I find visuals help so much. So let's see. The gist of how to make a widget health bar or like a thing like that is to simply. I've made one of these in a while at this point. I won't say forever, but just blueprint, class, and then it should be widget, right? Wait, is that it? No. Oh my gosh, I've forgotten where the widget thingy was. Every time I change what I'm doing, I tend to forget how to do the other things. Let's see. Just type in widget. Yeah, user interface. Easier to just type it in. It's under user interface. You click blueprint widget. User widget. Here. Call it whatever you want. Call it widget health. Oh, nice. South Africa. Nice, nice. I was just watching, they're filming the next season of One Piece down there, so very excited. The live action One Piece, very good, very good. It is like what, 4:20 a.m. right now in California. I have a really bad schedule, so very early in the morning. I'm drinking pale ale. Yeah, you open these up here. You get a canvas panel. You drag it out to here. I'm sure I'm going to miss a bunch of steps because I haven't done this in forever. There is a way to set it to being the same size. Blah, blah, blah. What was it? I don't even remember. I'm going to blame the alcohol. You usually just enlarge whatever. Oh, that's helpful. It just shows you the size. Cool, cool. Enlarge to whatever you want. In this case, there. And then from there, what did I do? I added a health bar. Cool, cool. So let's add a health bar. A progress bar. Drag it to where you like. Nice, nice. Well, the real secret to getting better at games is just start making them. Just keep making a backup of your project each day, and then just mess up whatever you want. A lot of times, just fixing what you've broken will lead to more knowledge than anything else. But if you can't fix it, you always have the backup from the previous day. Very helpful. 10 out of 10 would do that. Yes, yes, indeed. Oh yeah, and then as far as the progress bar goes, if you'll notice, you when you change the percentage on these, it will do that. Now to fill it up, you basically have to bind it. You go to here, put create binding on there. It goes to the binding thing here, and then you put your calculations for health. And a lot of people, especially most of the... This is why I'm saying watch the tutorials. There is... When you're building a whole interface, yeah, it can be a lot of work. In fact, in a lot of cases, for a lot of people, I recommend them just using like a WYSIWYG, like, you know, basically like a pre-made game type of building off that, because they have them already, so you could just do that. I mean, I have so many of them that are there. Every single like month, you should definitely go to these free for the month and just collect them, because you'll get things like these, which are basically a pre-made game. My Steam goal right now, like for release or How much money do I plan to make? I mean, all of it if I can on the money. Just saying. All of it. Well, I've never actually released anything on Steam. I'm making my dream game. You know, that is gonna take a while. I'm working on the demo right now, and I'm not even on the game itself, honestly. My goal is for when releasing it, probably 2025. I'm actually probably more interested in releasing it on the Unreal Marketplace than I am on the on Steam, because if you're using a UE game, there's no they don't take a cut. There's no $100 fee. As you can see, I've got my game going on here. Weapons and things. There's an explanation for everything going on, but I haven't even put the movement in yet. Little grubby enemies and things like that. Breakables. You have to actually put a nav mesh down or they can't move. I should do that. I put a nav mesh down. Nav mesh, bounds, volume. The main goal right now is to build a game that's basically a Metroidvania, where you're a tiny doll running around this toy factory, and I want to build up enough of a demo that I can run it in front of publishers, in front of, you know, Kickstarter, put it on Steam to have a demo maybe, though I don't know, $100 I might not do that. I might just put it on Epic Market. That's kind of where, and also to potentially get a Epic Mega Grant, because if you happen to be using Unreal Engine, Epic will sometimes decide they love you and give you a bunch of money with no strings attached, called an Epic Mega Grant, and you get like 50K off that kind of stuff. So it's not like $0 by any stretch of the imagination. And the damn mesh is out there and everything. I probably don't need it bigger than that mesh. Yeah. I made the nav mesh too big. Whatever. What I'm putting down is like a nav mesh lets the not toys, the enemies know where things are. So they can move around. Yeah, I was making a game where you're like, you know, a cursed toy running through this, you know, toy factory and like that, and like you were originally human, but your soul got stuffed into a doll, and you're powered by the darkness, but you're hurt by it too, and that it makes you like insane. So in the darkness, it turns this weird purple color on you to show it's filling up. I'm doing a lot of experimentation. Jesus, tarot cards to fight, like the fool summoning a giant sucker. These are enemies. Bit laggy due to the fact that I'm also streaming and my computer is not that powerful. Like, it's powerful enough, but I'm gonna run past them. Actually, I'm gonna hide up here. You can't get me. They're gonna try. Yeah, getting in the light increases their sanity as you get back. Yeah. But the main level design difference here is like there's lots of toys running around. However, those are just little play areas, and much of the stuff you have to deal with running around is actually human stuff. So once I get out of a little toy area, I'll put her weapon away, her hat back on. Oh. Oh, eh. Add the vaulting stuff for funsies. Oops. I'm terrible. She's got to get to the light or she'll die. That's what the fuzz effect is doing that. Oh, blocking that off. Music also changes, so she has ways to vault things like that, so she can climb up on stuff, and You can see the lag is pretty bad though, given that my computer's having some issues. You'll have a lot of things like those things, and then that was one of the little tarots I got. And then I got a Fool Tarot, the Magician Tarot, which does a couple things. The first thing is that it lets you pick up objects, like smaller objects, and you can throw them as like weapons too, or use them to jump on. All that text is because I had some testing information up and I haven't turned it off yet. These are one of the little save boxes. Yeah, this is going on. No. It's a Metroidvania. It's like a single player adventure. Why can't I open this? Likes that one. I like this one for some reason. It's being weird, huh? These enemies are annoying. Oh, I have a bubble launcher too. I ghetto interface. We'll just... Nope, not that one. Oh. She has toys she fights with. So she can use these, like, you know, various pieces of furniture in order to get places. Because the magician lets her manipulate things at a distance, so. There's lots of little secret ways to go through and everything like that, and that's a lot of how this game works. Yeah. And some of the windows are openable, so you can actually go out them. But you have to stay in this factory. If you go out of it, you'll die. So you can go out to these bars out here. They have the pipes, and that's it. Apparently that's not close enough to the light, huh? Oh, the light doesn't count? Uh-oh. Oh no! Run! I realized that light didn't count. Mistakes were made. I forgot to put a light in there. Everything is currently being built, so, you know. No. Gonna run out. Gonna make it? Gonna make it? Barely. Awesome, thanks for the follow. Yeah, and like say, if you have questions or something, just wander back or you want to chat about things, I'll be here. I tend to stream around the same time. Sometimes a little before, sometimes a little after, you know. Basically, it's whenever I have free time since I have a, you know, a day job and yeah. The game dev doesn't pay the bills yet. One day. Yeah, good luck with it. And hope those tutorials work out. I'm gonna go back to building this room. Let me put lights in. I gotta get rid of the nav mesh. I think it makes everything take so long to do. I also don't need the widget health. I have a health bar. I guess I can make these emit a light that doesn't cause Poppet not to be hurt. I don't hate that idea. They would give off light, so they might as well have the in-light command too on them. I need the light code. You have it. Light parent. Just this code. Do nothing. Fresh. It's like, yep, I'm happy now. In light. These have a point light, so I can just grab the attenuation radius of this. Oh, go. The attenuation radius is 1,000 on these. That's fair. I'm probably not going to change it ever. But now if she stands by him, she won't hate her life. Almost should make these slightly wider. I guess I don't hate it. How wide do I want to make them? Probably wide enough that you can stand in front of them so that Poppet can talk to him. Probably like 9. And I gotta reposition them all too. Oh god, that's terrible. This one had a thing underneath it. I'm gonna have to add those too. Oh, great. Whatever. I'll add the climb up thingy later. So let's see. I guess I probably want the vaulting stuff too. Let me go grab a vault thing. You attached to anything? Good, I can just grab you. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Well, actually, first off, am I happy with... well, I guess I'll put it here anyway. This is huge. I didn't realize how big it was. I'm probably gonna have to go back through later and make it so that each of these actually fits better. Can't see where I'm trying to place this. Much as I enjoy placing things in the dark, sometimes it's a little rough. You have to put these beyond the edges because they don't register if you don't. This is part of the I got it from the game animation sample, the Epic release, so if you have access, if you build your game based on that and you just use their characters, you just have a bunch of free cool movement stuff and a huge amount of animations. Like 500 movement animations, it's just dumb. So many. I have these set to be invisible while being in here. Camera's really fast. How's this fight gonna play out? Probably be in the center, I guess. Do I want to wait for her to get up to the top of these? I kind of do. You need a lot of space for this fight because you want it to be, you know, worth it. Yeah, you should just watch her movement. It's so good. I almost don't like the curse mechanic. I could just have her naturally recover the power too. I don't know. So far the light thingy sucks because I have to basically go out of my way to provide lights everywhere for her. I guess it does give something, but otherwise you just have to have that constant thing on her that makes it hard to tell where she's... Well, it's not hard to tell where she's at, but it kind of ruins the whole being in the darkness thing. Also, to be fair, the lights aren't built, and the light thing is set on not that good a quality either. Let's build all levels real fast and speed the game up a bit. Yeah, sure, delete them. Sure, whatever. I reset my follower goal because it has a bunch of the same person just joining and then leaving over and over. Yes, build my pretties, build. Make the lighting better too. I might do the blue light instead of the black light so you could just see her. I don't know. It's kind of an argument going on that I'm not sure on. Alright, largely good. Lighting's a bit better. I guess I could take a look at Poppet's lighting thing a little more. I don't know, I'm just kind of designing the room at the moment, but I'm pretty certain the fight will go on in here. I'm probably going to want to take these and put them so that they can be spotted on every one of these here, so. Do this, move it over. No, let's not do it that way. Let's just make my life easier. First of all, I'll just do these bottom ones. Let's move them to the Forbidden Toy Room. Hopefully then when it copies them, it puts them in the Forbidden Toy Room as well. Just kind of hovering. Do not cuddle Oliver. Saying. The warning on him. Don't do it. Don't cuddle Oliver. Keep working on this here. I'll just delete these. I don't think they need to be there. I'm gonna move it back some, actually. Just so it's out of the way of the door. I'm just gonna redo them. And delete the other ones. Blocking the thing. Terrible person. I want to read chat at some point. Yes, maybe. Sure. No, I like chat. That's my favorite thing about this. I'm not chatting with people. I'm bored. I don't have a guidance room, sure. I start organizing things a little better than I'm doing, I think. Oh no. Apparently they all got moved to the wrong thing because full selects everything? That's weird. Shouldn't it? Never. Whatever, I'll start working on things so that they're a little better than that, but yeah, we'll make this a thing. Do I want an open one? Maybe. I don't have the voodoo doll yet, sadly. Not that voodoo. she's gonna be so sick when she goes on sale. I'm just gonna buy one. It's awesome. A new toy to play with. Yes. Yes, new toy. We're going for 2 hours and 28 minutes. I might go for a really long time, but I do still have to be up tomorrow to do work. On the weekend, I can stream all I want. Though I'm gonna start streaming a lot more. I think it's easier to, just build something if you keep it all the time. Am I gonna put Voodoo in a case or not when I get her? I mean, it's not a horrible idea. I guess the toy person can have a door. I didn't really have a door for it before, but it could be a door. That's what would be the undo. Okay, I'm gonna grab the code for the other door because I'm way too lazy to retype code if I can avoid it. Structure script, so this way I can have it in the thing. Remote to variable is open. Itchy nose, 1 second. I'm allergic to game dev. Plus the glass door. Glass door is keeping all the toys down. All the really bad toys, anyway. Oh. I'm a goofball. I forgot to, exposing spawn makes it easier to get fine, but instance editable is what I wanted. Okay, well, it opens, but not the way I want. It rotates on the wrong axis. I'd rather mess with this axis crap. Why don't I just take a cupboard and then duplicate it and make it... Wait a second. Are you just good enough? Glass? Not horrible. Let's use the door left and then... Okay. I'm feeling that. Select that one in the browser, the left one here. And let's add a static mesh. I do that so I don't have to find it. I just do it this way. It's fast. Okay. Looks better than a piece of glass anyway. Where is it at right now? Way up there. Way down there. It's real tiny. It wasn't really tiny. It was actually really far behind. Objects in the mirror are not as close as they appear, evidently. I might actually make it vertically not as big here. Because I don't want it in front of the warning sign or whatever weird the labels say. It's actually not that bad. And just jam it a bit more in there too. Like that, probably. And then like that. And look, now when it's open, boom. And it's closed. It's open. It's closed. This is very exciting. I don't get out much. Don't judge. Or do, whatever, it's fine. I judge me all the time. Goodness knows. Times I need to. It looks like it doesn't quite cover the bottom. I could give him a key and then force Poppet to find a way to unlock the toys if she wants to take them away, which makes more sense why they can't get out. Kind of like this idea. Let's fix the door so it's not sticking like a little bit weird like that. Something like this. I'm gonna give him a key in a second. And is open. What? Wrong one. Okay, perfect. It opens. All right, and then let's just lift a whole bunch of code from this door. I can make a door apparent, but sometimes you don't really want to try to restructure an entire thing just to have a parent. You know? Let's see event graph. I only need one actually of these. I don't even know what to do. Close it on spawn. Important. Just so I don't gotta go find it later. I hate having to scroll through things just to find it. Okay, so where's the text render at? Way down there. That's terrible. I hate it. Thanks, I hate it. Then I gotta lift the remaining coat from the door in order to pull this off. Problem is I made these two things separate, so I can't just easily make a parent of one or the other. They're both pretty different from each other, so it's kind of lift the code from one and drop it on the other. Well, some of the code anyway. Not all of it, but enough of it. Oh, when you lift code, you know, you gotta change these things too. Not that code. And then the other code I need, the outline code, which a lot of this just goes on everything anyway. You know what? Like I said, I did get the full thing. Fair enough. Custom event. What this? Event on focus BPI interact is not on here. Of course it's not. BPI interact. This is called the level of laziness. It's also kind of like a work smart, not hard. I'm just going to delete that and then redo it. And now that it has the interface, I don't have to hunt down the events. These are important things that you should do in life. And realistically, it's almost exactly the same event. Except the toy prison has a lot more to it. Oh. Doesn't quite have as much. It has like only half the stuff. Doesn't have double text renders, doesn't have, like, it's not double-sided. The other one's double-sided, so it just changes a lot. It double up a lot of commands that just don't have to happen. I don't have a doorknob either. I can though. Cooking now, boys. We cooking. So much cooking. Same with some ways I could see a little better. Nah. Where be this? I'm way off. Angle makes all the difference. Yeah. We're feeling it. We're feeling it. Let's turn off auto activate actually. Yeah. There's no magic flow too. I get it. That should make it a lot happier. The Oliver prison key. Times there. Some alcohol. Probably not any more than that. I think it's probably not. I almost want to black out the windows and see into these certain areas. Might be a good idea. Grab a key. I know what I'm missing. It's tiny. Got it. Okay, well, we're half right. It opens inwards. That's not what I want. The current rotation is what? So it's rotating on the Y, which means I need to just negative this, right? Look at that wimpy little thing. What in the world? Why don't I just do a 3D text? I mean, text renders are kind of lame anyway, right? Okay, so let's just do 3D text. Had to hide that. Oops. Oh, so it's like 90. Let's see here. Heartburn is just like. Um. One just needs X. It's just the opposite, right? Has to be reversed. Yeah, this is just reversed. Same timeline. Unless these are reversed. Which go down? Why does Restream say it's only going to one? I'll solve it in a second. I'm curious. Not connected on Twitch? It's saying I'm not. Yeah. Yeah. Just being a goof? Okay, so this was just wrong. The first one was actually the right one. It's just it was reversed, so... I just do that, it probably fixes it, honestly. I figure out the logic behind it, honestly. I'm just dumb. Probably call it after this there. Going currently around and... I'm tired. I'll figure it out later. My brain is just like, nah, man. Do it. Back probably tomorrow. Otherwise, I'm gonna bounce. Catch everyone later.